So I was on the socials one day when I saw that Rush Hour 4 is going to be a thing. So I asked ChatGPT to write a movie storyline based off the franchise. I was thinking it would give me an original franchise. Instead.
Title: Rush Hour 4, Endgame. Synopsis: It has been several years since the events of Rush Hour 3, and LAPD Detective James Carter, Chris Tucker, and Hong Kong Inspector Lee, Jackie Chan, have gone their separate ways. Carter has been promoted to captain and is now in charge of the LAPD's Special Investigations Division, while Lee has retired from the Hong Kong police force and is living a quiet life with his family. But their peaceful lives are about to be disrupted when a new threat emerges. A mysterious criminal mastermind known only as the Ghost, played by Donnie Yen, is planning a series of high-profile heists across the globe, using a team of highly skilled and ruthless mercenaries. The Ghost's latest target is a priceless artifact known as the Dragon's Eye, which is said to have mystical powers. The eye is currently on display at the Los Angeles Museum of Natural History, and the Ghost has his sights set on stealing it. Carter and Lee are reunited when the Ghost's gang attacks the museum, and they soon realize that the Ghost has a personal vendetta against them. The Ghost blames Lee and Carter for the death of his brother, who was killed during a previous heist that went wrong. With the clock ticking, Carter and Lee must put aside their differences and work together to stop the Ghost and his team of mercenaries from stealing the Dragon's Eye. Along the way, they encounter old friends and foes, including Detective Johnson, Alan King, the FBI agent who has always had a grudge against Carter, and Kenji, Hiroyuki Sanada, the Japanese Yakuza boss who has a score to settle with Lee. As they race against time to foil the Ghost's plan, Carter and Lee will face their toughest challenge yet, both physically and emotionally. With the fate of the world at stake, they must use their unique skills and teamwork to save the day and bring the Ghost to justice. In the end, Carter and Lee bid each other farewell, knowing that they will always be brothers in arms. The final scene shows them sharing a beer and reminiscing about their adventures as the sun sets over Los Angeles.
I have to say, this is a good storyline, and I'm 95% sure that this will be better than the actual storyline. So, ChatGPT really suggested Alan King reprise his role as Detective Johnson? A man who passed away in 2004. Then I remembered, because I have the Rush Hour franchise on DVD, that in Rush Hour 3, Kenji died. So ChatGPT suggested a character who can't reprise his role, because the actor who played that character is no longer with us, and a character who can't appear in the way ChatGPT suggests because in the Rush Hour universe, he fucking died in the previous movie. A movie that came out in 2007. This perfectly encapsulates ChatGPT, an awesome game-changing technology who somehow is dumb as fuck. 3 minutes of a human Googling or Bing ing would have fixed this issue. So let me revise my initial opinion. The plot is still very good, but get a human to verify, so the internet and non-internet crowd won't be clowning you. Rightfully so. I have no more to say, so check out my clothing website, justtextclothing.com, to purchase some dope tees. Also Plot Weave merch coming soon. Here's a mock-up of the tee that will be available soon. Okay, see you next time. Okay. Let's do this for a third time. As I was gathering the photos for this video, I saw that Detective Johnson was not played by Alan King, it was in fact played by Elizabeth Pena. I then thought, oh yeah, that very attractive detective that Carter flirted with was fine as F. And I began thinking how that could be incorporated into the plot. But then I saw that Elizabeth Pena is no longer with us, and hasn't been for almost a decade. And sadness came over me. Finding out someone who was so young, and should have had multiple decades of life left in them, just Yeah. Fuck ChatGPT for being this inaccurate. I'm done with this video. The next one will not be such a downer.